and play, execute our game plan and play it. So they can sit there all day thinking about us. We're just going to be playing SSG's game, just sticking to our own methods and stuff, and then they can. I'll be screaming at Troy. So
how's it going, everybody?
Turn around.
All
and,
right.
Come scream at me. So he can keep screaming if he wins. But I'll keep it fair.
First thing.
And we know you get very vocal, and we love that.
We'll mute this for a sec. Thank you very much to Ubisoft for allowing me to co-stream the major. So very much appreciate that as always. And thank you to Ubisoft as well for drops on the stream today. So we have drops and the ability to co-stream the major. So thank you very much to Ubisoft for both of those things. So we get to watch some good games, and then we'll fire up some ranked after. It's on Class Man. So yeah.
Game. We know, for example, that Ashton is a very...
It's on Class Man. It's on Desi.
He's even learning some Portuguese to be able to shout in Portuguese towards his Brazilian enemies, is what we're seeing here today as well. Luckily, today and right now, he can just scream in English over towards his opponents, and that's the thing that he wants to do. We have a best of one.
It's on Class Man. It's on Desi. Oh, also, don't forget, you can get the drops. There's a Nox skin, 5 hours of watching, 2 hours of watching. You get a esport pack. So some pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Thank you, Ubi. And sub and get my charm as well, of course. And get a throw in bidet and pick up some GFuel with code KingGeorge, the Black Ice GFuel.
Coming up though to get our players ready to go into the game. When we're back, we have some more information about this map.
Alright. It's on Mr. Memphis. It's on Rufus. Membership. I actually don't have the membership. Look at your DMs. Oh my. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. 67 hours? I have 67 hours in that game already. The Lions are fucking you right now. Over. You have over a year played. I mean, compare that time, Memphis, to the amount of time that I've played in Siege, okay? And then you'll feel a little better, maybe. Are the esport packs back? Yes, esport packs. So. Well, I guess since we're just waiting for a second, I'm gonna go Go to the bathroom really quick because this game is starting soon. But they went scroller for the 22-month resubscribe back. 22 months already proud of you, big guy. Well, thank you. And Emmy, thank you very much for the sub as well. All right, I'll be right back. Give me like 1 sec. Just go take a quick piss, and then we'll be able to watch this next match. It's actually going to be a really good match. SSG versus Sonic, so good. Any match.
Tap, yeah, I want that. No lines, I don't cut back. Sweet, salty, and all that. Let loose, come get that. Can you play that back, back, back? Can you run that back, back, back? I'm trying to play that back, back, back. I want that. Tap, tap, let's go, let's go. Tap, tap, let's go, let's go. Tap, tap, let's go, let's go. Right here, can you feel? Let's go. Tap, tap, let's go, let's go. Tap, tap, let's go, let's go. Tap, tap, let's go, let's go. Right here, can you feel that? Ooh, you feel that? Ooh, the real back. Ooh, I'm still that. Ooh, you catch that? Ooh, I guess that. The best back. Yeah, yeah. 30,000 up, I'm a pilot. Might jump out if I'm wildin'. Catch my flow, I'm so stylish. Tap, tap, real smooth. Can you play that back, back, back? Can you run that back, back, back? I'm trying to play that back, back, back. I want that. Tap, tap, let's go, let's go. Tap, tap, let's go, let's go. Tap, tap, let's go, let's go. Right here, can you feel? Let's go.
Why are you called what you are, and when did you choose it?
I was like 8 years old with my friend, and we were trying to come up with just gamer tags. And we looked up Latin root dictionary, and I saw Ambi. So I just made it. I thought the name looked cool, so I picked Ambi. And then I put Corporal in front of it. So my first gamer tag was Corporal Ambi. I just got rid of the Corporal, so now I'm just Ambi.
And do you know the meaning of Ambi? Does it have a meaning?
I think it's just ambidextrous. I'm pretty sure. There's like this short version of it. But yeah.
And if you were forced into choosing a new gamer tag, I know that you're still young and you haven't had it for well, okay, 10 years maybe, but have you ever thought about, what you would be called if you could choose again?
Yeah, I'd probably just pick Beezy.
And why?
It's like another variation of Ambi, but like just Bees. Beezy, yeah.
You think you'll ever do the switch?
No.
Why did you choose the gamer tag that you have? And what does it mean to you?
Well, mine's pretty simple. I'm Canadian, and I chose it because I'm Canadian. I think part of that, honestly, is just being younger, like people assuming I'm American almost online. So then I was like, made a statement of it, I guess, when I was younger. But I can't really remember too much of it. I don't know, just kind of went with it, and then it stuck, I guess. But yeah.
And if you were forced to choose a new gamer tag, have you ever thought about that? Like, it would be cool if I was called this or that. What would it be?
No, I honestly haven't thought of it too much. Like, I like it because, I mean, it fits, I guess, and it works. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much.
Well, some players pick and think very hard about their gamer tag, and some just pick the easy way, and it works, and it sticks. That's what we're seeing for Canadian here, for himself as well. It's going into this matchup against SSG, and I said we were going to give you some more information about this map. Now, SSG, of course, have played this map a lot, even in Phase 2, but if I believe it correctly, it's the first time we're seeing Bank from this iteration of the Sonics roster. That definitely is something promising going into this game. Of course, we have our stream going simultaneously. It is our last game for today on both these streams. You have Dark Zero and Elevate over on the B stream if you want to go and watch that. But here on the A stream, Sonics and SSG. We'll get our casters in to talk to them as well. And guys, I think I could talk to you about the predictions of who you think might win this game, but I'd rather talk to you too about the predictions of how much trash talk there will be.
I thought she was going to say like Dutch food or something then. I'd rather talk about that now. Let's talk about this instead.
I'd love a stroopwafel right now.
Oh,
How was my pronunciation on?
It was okay.
It was rubbish, wasn't it?
Stroopwafel. It's like everyone just says waffle, but it's waffle.
I went with a waffle.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Wonderful. Yeah,
you said the same thing.
No, we didn't, Des. It was rubbish.
Nah, it was good. There was definitely an attempt, and it was good, I think.
What was the real question? Sorry.
No, what I wanted to ask is I could ask you about the prediction of who's going to win this game, but that's so standard. I want to ask of the prediction, how much trash talk will there be, you think?
How much what?
Trash talk.
Trash talk. Oh.
With these two teams, I mean, hello.
I mean, Ashton was giving it pretty large earlier, and they didn't even come out with the win. So if they can get a few rounds ahead, then who knows? It could definitely go off.
It took Ashton like 3 to. He's already started.
There we go.
I think that's just the thing is, he's gassing up the other side now because obviously they don't sit across from each other; they sit next to each other. But yeah, he's giving it. He's going to go. Let's get other guys to get warmed up in their game as well. So why not carry it across? Do the wave, I guess.
It's definitely something we've seen from the teams today, though, when they're facing off against each other like that. But guys, our game is ready. I can't believe it's the last game of our day. So please take us to bank for the last game of our day.
Thank you very much, Anne.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. What time is it now? It's 9:45. What time were we here this morning? I think to be fair, we came down for makeup about midday.
I mean, for a little behind the scenes, Des and I have been like hitting the hay. We've been
in bed by 10.
In bed by
I feel like a young child again. It's been great.
Jet lag's still real.
We wake up at like 5:30 in the morning, so this is a late one. We'll be going through this. We will crash as soon as our head hits the pillow. However, we're riding on vibes at this point, Tim, and waves apparently as well. If you were to ask the boys here, Ashen especially was the one riding that one out. But yes, last game of the day, and then tomorrow we're going to 4 best of 1s and 4 best of 3s to start eliminating teams and promoting them and all the other goodness that comes with it. But now that we get a real classic NA showdown, if Anne was very correct, we have not seen this iteration of Sonics play on Bank. In fact, the last time they played it as a team was 200 days ago, and that was when 2 different players were on this team. So a lot to change here, a lot to observe and enjoy, I guess, whereas for SSG they played it about a month ago against M80 over in the NAL. So a little bit to look at on that side of things. Sonics, though, they're the ones who come in with the, I guess, the surprise factor where they can strike first against SSG.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, these two played each other recently, of course, in the NAL. You know, very, very familiar with each other, but it was SSG who came out on top. 8-6, a little bit of overtime. It was on Chalet. So we'll see whether, you know, maybe we get a few extra rounds to decide this one today, or maybe somebody can walk away with it in regulation this time. Bans coming on through. Hibana, Monty, Valkyrie. No major surprises as Azami rounds things out. Valkyrie, a much more popular ban here on Bank. And there's a lot of really good cams on Bank.
Woo!
And our speakers are...
My bad, chat.
Straight in the chat, silly old Troy already.
Ended up having to take a big dumpski, but we're right on time, right before the match.
There's so many places in main lobby, for example, where you can just hide away those vault cams. You spend your entire round trying to chase them down and find them. It's no surprise that we see vault ban rate being particularly higher.
It's on Collins, gonna just see it's on quick.
Let's get into things any second. We're gonna have Sonics kicking things off on the defense. Both teams, of course, if you join us a little bit.
Hey, listen, this is a good match because at least an NA team is gonna win.
In the second round of our Swiss matches, and the record for both of these two, Sonics and SSG, is 0-1. They both lost their first matchups today, so they now face off against each other.
They go the same way as BDS as well. If you win this game, you're at 1-1. You still play best of 1s tomorrow. The loser, though, at 0-2 will have to play. Assuming they're going to qualify.
I mean, I hope that that Sonics win. Dekato, thank you for the 32-month reasonable back. Greetings, but day man, my asshole's very clean today. See, it's a good day. It's a good day. I mean, the only reason I would say that I'm rooting for SSG, I mean, sorry, Sonics is because of Troy. I mean, he's my old teammate. We won the Invitational together. We go back to, like, the beginning of the game's history. I mean, I gotta root for my teammate.
I think they might know he's there, Des.
I love how Ashen hadn't even got off the rappel, and he's already in chat with a question mark.
He's not there anymore, as Ashen's going to take him down.
I know that he's from Canada. I actually didn't know that. That's crazy. Thanks for that information.
It's certainly something Sonics are going to have to be a little bit more careful about. I speak about Vigil repeatedly. You know, maybe anybody who's not fully familiar with all the operators Vigil's ability is that he can take his visual signature off cams, off drones for a period of time. But that's all he brings to the team. He's not bringing.
And you won the Invitational with Siege still in black and white. Actually, it was over the radio. Yeah. Yep, it was actually over the radio. Hendrix, thank you for the 85-month reasonable back. 85 months of this shit. I don't know what's more committed. My sub-streak or the hairline holding on for dear life. JK, love you, George. Thank you very much, Hendrix. Ham radio, yes. Ham sounds good. That's the fat man in me talking.
No way, no way. I'm a hater. I'm the K1A kind of guy. I love the K. The gun just sounds so good, and it's purely why I play it, to be honest with you. Also doesn't really kick up much, but very fun gun. That's all I'll say.
Good progress so far from SSG. After getting Ambi taken down, they've got themselves into the map, got nice control over mid.
You're getting food right now? Yes, dude.
Is back down on
a good
side.
choice.
Hatches being open and plenty of time still to work with. Next job for SSG really is decide exactly where you're going to be putting it.
Oh, there's 3 people pushing this. I don't think he saw that guy go up on the right.
He finds his man though. Gets a second in the round. J9 elsewhere. 4 versus 2. SSG are looking pretty good for this one with 45 seconds left to go.
What in the world is happening?
I love it if so. Oh, that's beautiful.
Perfection. What arm?
Beautiful.
What an arm.
That's been working out. Very impressive. 30 seconds on the clock, though, and that is not a whole lot of time against the onslaught of SSG, who have still got 4 players alive here.
Canadian's been on. Yeah, Canadian's been on Sonics.
Bruising to come to them from SSG. Waiting for this plan to go down, but there's still a smoking back pocket here. Now, if it goes quite deep, it might just miss faults here.
Oh, that's perfect throw. 11 seconds, so he's gonna have to go deep, plant deep, and they're getting flanked from above.
If he gets this, this could be real messy for the other side, but by the looks of it, Tim, they should be able to find their man. They find him through the hatch. Down he goes, and the first round goes the way of SSG.
What's a fucking game?
Okay. We did ask how long it might take, and apparently the first round was enough.
We expect nothing less. So, SSG, they played that really well, but I want to give Canadian a little bit of a hand there as well. You know, that was really nice smoke play from him in a difficult situation.
I always love that we play a mature video game, and then everyone's like all upset about people like swearing.
You see a planter just, you know, take a couple of
Birthday nuts! Thank you very much for the 67-month reasonable back. Saying KingGeorge old makes no sense. To be old, you have to have a beginning. In the case of KingGeorge, there's no beginning, no end, only present, unending, unrelenting, multiplying the grains of sand by the stars and sky. He didn't even reach a fraction of his age. There has been and always will be a KingGeorge. Okay, I'm not that old, dude. It's not Snuggle.
He would be right in my head. I'm already getting wound up reading him in all chat now. Like, I love it, because I love it when the shit talk starts, but by the same token, I would just hate to lose a round and just know that he's there like a friggin', I don't even call him, just in your ear, just talking shit, and you're like, go away. God.
Yeah, he went 2-8 in the phase game. I wasn't I was watching the games earlier. I know NA lost like every match, but I wasn't watching them like closely. I had other shit to do where I couldn't like super pay attention to how like everyone was doing and stuff.
You know, really fancying him for the tournament, and now's the time that they need to be making a statement here. I think they certainly don't want to be ending the first day 0 and 2. Nobody does, you know, realistically. But it's been a rough start for NA as a whole today, and for one of these two, it's going to get worse. So we see drones just being taken out inside of sight.
He fumbled a huge clutch on console window to win a round. Oof.
Yeah, I was going to say where's that second shield, but it is pretty much up on the top floor on site as well. So that's just going to be used as a cam at this point. In comes the fire arrow, but there's not going to be anything from SSG to
He lost his Scopos.
Maybe hoping to get a
is Scopos an S tier operator? I mean, Scopos is really good. I don't know about S, but like, yeah, probably pretty close, like S or A maybe.
I think you got maybe one up on the roof as well.
Vita King immediately crossed the divider to talk shit. I know, listen, he literally just hates NA. Biggest fucking NA hater that there ever was.
Visibility into towards site to start putting pressure on that everyone has been gathered around these windows. In fact, there's 4 players here right now, so I'm starting to think that's half the round gone.
By the way,
congratulations,
look at those bands. Montaigne and Valkyrie. Yeah. Montaigne and Valkyrie. What do I ban all the time? Montaigne and Valkyrie. Yup.
was just simulating a bee buzzing right in my head with his fingers there. Ambi's going to take down Forest for the Open Avengers there. Standing tall to take down Canadian, but Sonics are looking pretty good. They are trading out 1 for 1 here. They can win this if they continue, but J9 flips the trend.
Listen, can't be hating so much, dude.
All of a sudden, it is up to Rexton this time in a 1v3.
Dude, that shit is so annoying when you're Scopos and you're getting called. It's actually one of the most tilting things ever. This is like kind of winnable. It's really like a 1v2. And especially if he catches him picking him up, which he hears him. Maybe not.
A little bit behind, but finds one. I tell you what, he's actually staying on the ground, hoping to get the same angle again. I think he is, you know. Plan's going down. As soon as he steps up here, he's in trouble. I don't think he'll expect to see him in the same spot again. Gets the cross forward here as well. Now back up on his feet as well. This time around, at least Diffuser will get stuck. But Rexton with every opportunity to win this one out.
Just needs to have a little bit of patience, maybe see if he can catch any movement, but it's been too long realistically. SSG have got themselves in post-plant positions. They know
still
exactly
doable.
where this push is going to be coming from.
I mean, Ashen is like one hit.
Take 2 kills utility being played.
What is he doing?
Right, that Ashen's going to be sat right in the middle of that smoke. Now then, where have we seen this before? There's a Scopos going for a defuse.
You're glad G2 lost? You just hate every popular team. You're actually just like a hipster at this point of like being a fan of teams.
Himself in front of the diffuser, switched out to his second shell, so effectively put a deployable shield in front of himself, then ran in behind and tried to disable the diffuser. It was a hell of an attempt, but not possible this time for Rexton, unfortunately, as his shell had been destroyed. So 2-0 to SSG. It was actually a really nice finish from SSG there. They didn't panic.
No, you're literally just a hipster, dude.
1v3. It's easy sometimes, I think, to, you know, try.
Ah, they're too popular. I don't like them. I don't like them much.
They had one down. They collected Ashen. They thought about where and when the diffuser's going to go down. They didn't try to force it. It was a nice finish from them, and it made it very difficult for Sonics. So 2-0 and a good start for SSG.
I think even Forrest is getting gassed up now. He's been in the all chat as well, talking a bit of smack, saying full diapers, you're crapping yourselves. So, the whole team's starting to be emboldened. Each round they win, maybe there'll be someone else stepping in next time. Benja at some point, I'm sure, would say something. And I tell you what, though, he's quite sassy. He's quiet, Benja is, but he can get sassy.
I feel like Benja's pretty chill. I don't think Benja would be talking shit.
Give him his time. He's a little bit of an assassin on Twitter as well, has his moments. We'll see how things build out. Still, a good start for SSG. Got 2-0. Sonic's the ones that you want to see start building something here on the.
I want to see if anybody's on that wants to watch the match.
Wiggle room when we see them moving over towards the attack.
Yeah, they're going to try another site once again. This time it's going to be open area. Sonic's just continuing that rotation on the defense of Bank. As you say, not a map that we are necessarily too familiar with for them, but have the Tubero, it stops all kinds of things. You don't realise just how sort of broad the impact of those auto canisters can be. Going to freeze out
Phantom.
for the time being, and just prevent the intel being gathered forth.
Did he chipped onto the Fenrir there? Yeah, 10 HP gone. Unfortunately, on the head. Otherwise, freebie.
M80 is doing really well. Okay, dude. All it is, Justy, he does not care. If a team is popular, that's it. He doesn't give a shit about them.
Phantom pressure. It doesn't matter that they're going to move away from the repel. It just means that the Sonics need to be careful when moving around Ambi. He's going to get himself out of there. Maybe not too carefully. He's going to take a maybe educated guess that there's nobody sticking the repel. So he's going to move himself away. But they're going to avoid, I would imagine, playing around that area too much if they can.
I thought I saw the stream going nuts. I had to take my headset off for a second to hear what the hell was going on. The Aussies are over there. A reminder again, we do have 2 channels, twitch.tv/Rainbow6Bravo. If you want to see, it's DZ playing off against Elevate. That game is going on over there. They are playing on Cafe, I believe. This is where the real action's at, the NA showdown, as it were. I think for SSG, for the most part in this round, have been trying to fish to hope to catch someone on the side of Sonics. Little do they know, literally right below them, there is the opportunity to get a bit of a freebie here. But if nothing else, I think it just shows that Sonic so far have done well to persevere.
Demon Eagle, thank you the 50-month resub. Welcome back.
Down a couple of players. Now they've held on for long enough. It's going to be this full site execute every player on the side.
G2 chronically underperforms. M80 chronically underperforms. Those are the only teams you could root against. How do they chronically underperform? G2 literally won Invite like how many times over the years?
Can hear the Candelas going in there. I don't know if SSG are making a push behind them. I don't think they quite are at the minute. They're just continuing to have this movement up on the top floor, try and get
luck. They literally have like the most fucking invite wins of any team. Yeah, I don't know, they're not that good. They're not that fucking good.
For the entry, 5 versus 4, 20 seconds left to go, and he gets himself into a tricky position to deal with inside of Electrical now, with only 10 seconds left to go.
G2 lost to Scar. Okay, they have a bad tournament. I'm saying overall, they don't chronically underperform. They literally consistently like place pretty well in tournaments.
Finally on the board.
Yeah, Sonics with a good setup up on the
They were
top
cool to
floor.
watch when
Some of them
Pangu and
SSG
Fabian run it
struggled
back
to
in the
break
Stone
down. Like I
Age.
said, they just paid the price
I don't
at the
know,
end there when
dude.
running out of time. We'll see whether that first round is going to be a little bit of a catalyst for the Sonics now, if they're able to maybe chain together a few more successful defenses in those sites that we would expect to see defensive teams picking up, particularly, you know, down in the basement. Not a lot of vertical pressure that can be gained, only the hatchers, no other verticals whatsoever down into that basement level for the attackers. So we would expect to see them hold on to this site at least once, realistically.
I'm gonna play after the games are over. I wanted to watch this matchup specifically.
They were indeed slow.
They were indeed slow.
The NA game. I mean, I hope Sonic wins solely because of Troy. I think as a whole team, I actually like SSG more. But like, because I know a lot of the players like decently well on SSG. Like I've like hung out with them in person and stuff. They were really nice. But I don't know. I mean, like I like both of these teams a lot. But then again, Canadians on Sonics and Super is like the coach of Sonics, so I gotta root for Sonics overall. But I mean, I like these are probably like my two. These are probably like I don't know. I'd probably have to say I still like DZ a little bit. I don't know, it's tough. Like I like all these teams, like any of the NA teams I like and I'm rooting for. You know.
It gives a good example, really, of SSG not committing.
Yeah, listen, you could say that I have NA favoritism, and you know, maybe I do. Okay.
Just going to disappear off it, and 10 seconds later, Ambi comes out of elevators.
I do.
If you're on the rappel, he's
I
dead.
root for
He's
NA
done,
teams
you know,
first and
I think
foremost.
sometimes just commit to that use of utilities. Nothing wrong with phantom pressure, but sometimes, you know, you can gain a little bit more value from it. But how about this? That was not knock with the speed lines. They were left over from the drug.
Certainly not what she does.
No, quite the opposite, in fact.
You don't care about it at all.
Through slowly there, going to be aware, yes, the ping comes in, knows that there's somebody on Elliot, but they're just going to drop straight down. The prox alarm will give away the location of action.
I don't know if they heard that, though.
Nobody's home to hear it. Canadian taken down. Ashen with a nice entry, and then prevents the pressure coming through.
Almost gives himself a little bit of cover there with the Goyo and isolated to just one angle so he can challenge on towards the elevator. However, he really needs help from his teammates here. He's got
that was actually a really good play.
Smoke, which is crucial. But
I'm surprised I didn't hear him drop.
He's probably a little bit of bother. He might find himself getting swung on and pushed. They've already got the elevator above him in this case. So he's in hot water. But while this is going on, he's causing a lot of distraction elsewhere to him, which means SSG, the rest of the team, can start marching on forward and giving him that support that he needs.
Yeah, and they're starting to use that space, Benja.
As long as he holds this elevator and he's just like a thorn in their spine, like they kind of have to get him out of here.
They know that they've got the knock there in position, but what do they do about it?
They're gonna have to swing him, and it's gonna cause him to lose. Yeah.
Swing, but it's actually Ashen who beats him to the punch, takes down Ambi, and SSG find themselves 5v2 with another great.
NA favoritism. Sorry, I don't like rooting for Vassal. Say something like this because America wants to be nice.
They've got a single C4 to play behind as well as the Yokais here.
America, brother.
SSG got to be mindful of. They've got 45 seconds to play. Don't even get the down to Benja there. That's this kicker, and now they find themselves getting shot in the back as well. Down to one man left standing, and I guess Sonics did say, hey, you're really slow. I think SSG took it personally, Tim, because Ashen went in like a rocket. And now with this one-man pin way at the back, they've got 30 seconds to get a plant down here if they even need it, Tim. They want to push and try and finish off this kill, I'd imagine, inside of Vault.
Just looking to make the challenge. Grixis does pick up a beauty.
1v5.
It's probably going to be meaningless at this point as the diffuser goes down.
To be honest, like, I don't know.
To try to play through to get himself out of Vault, can't do so, has to move through.
He was playing that whole time a little too passive.
The last man, and that's another successful attack.
Little too passive.
That time it was built on a cheeky little play coming out of Action, just moving with pace and purpose into elevator.
What? Yeah, say that again, Ashen?
Finished with Buddy, but I'm not sure how friendly it was.
A quick update on the score on the other game as well. Elevator currently up 4-1 over DZ on Now you might think, okay, then on the defense it's fine. The
DZ match,
up on the attack on Cafe. Sounds pretty catastrophic. So for DZ, things are not.
You know what we can do? We have the technology, chat. Listen, check this out. Hold up.
God, he's so
Hold on, we have the technology.
I love him, but my God, is he annoying.
You gotta love the personality. This is what brings it.
Very good. Very good.
Check out the technological prowess coming in over here.
So we see that top floor setup coming in. It doesn't. I was actually wondering. It doesn't surprise me to see this site whatsoever.
Check this out, chat.
In the last round,
Boom.
The one that they'd won was open area. You can do pretty much a similar setup here. They burnt a lot of time on the top floor. SSG didn't really have an answer to this setup. They never really disrupted them.
Actually, I kind of want to reverse these. I need to make a... Hold on. Well, you know what I could do? Hold on, let's just duplicate this.
So no surprise to see them go there. Now it's going to be again down to holding on to that top floor. The real question for this round is how well do SSG adapt to what went wrong last time?
What we can do is we're going to take the capture card.
I thought it was quite
move it over here.
Yeah, I'll have a think. Maybe he whips out a quite surprise all after this round. I can hear the string going nuts again, by the way. I can already imagine things are not going well for Dark Zero. But now, Lito, it's again going to be this focus on towards the elevator wall. We see this so often. I mentioned it earlier on, but from that window, you open up that wall, you can see all the way down the white corridor, which makes it a little bit more restricted.
Okay.
It's not so easy to use the main stairs. It's
Hold
easy
up.
to rotate around the rooms down through that hallway instead, just in case there is someone that stays on the rappel.
The technology.
But not going to be long enough. And over the top rope, down comes Ambi. Benja's gone. Straight back in towards site here. And
we have the technology, chat.
Being taken offline, having used only one phone call.
Yeah, it's a great start. It's not ideal, though, that Canadians taking so much damage on the Legion. Of course, they're going to want to keep him as late into the round as they can. Try and maximise that
nothing much. Just watching the games.
Yeah, me too. He's on 5 health, and he's going to have to play this super safe.
Who do you think's got this?
To keep himself alive. Ashen,
I don't know. I mean,
down there, potentially a zap from
it's going to be like pretty tough. SSG's winning pretty convincingly right now, but we'll see.
However, J9O also goes.
I can lie. I think I got SSG for this one.
Maybe it's the mid-floor sites for Sonics that they need.
Anything changed though, especially with the side swap. So
they're in pretty good success here so far. I think SSG just looks a little bit lost almost, like not 100% sure on what the main focus should be. They go through the motions of this map, like opening up the elevator wall. As I mentioned, it gives you that long-range control.
Where do we put this thing?
Eventually, you do get this top floor, but they've already done.
Is this a good spot for this, chat, or is this like too big?
Lost 2 players on the process.
Is it, you guys like having the second game up here, or nah? Or do you think just like leave it?
Some real work at the minute as well, just gathering intel of what's going on inside a site, but whether it's going to be enough or not is another question. SSG just
put Subway Surfers on.
Open things up a little bit, maybe gain a little bit of access on into site if they can pick up a couple of kills here and there. That's basically Sonic's main, goal at the minute for the next 10 seconds or so. Is don't lose.
Oh, he knows he's in the elevator.
Great advantage, as I say, that Ashen manages to take one on to serve. 4 versus 3. Sonic still have a good advantage and plenty of time.
I don't know. Yeah, that's why we chalked for SSG. Yeah.
Attacking these mid-floor sites. The final kills come in much better from Sonic's on the defense, burning that time.
I kind of like this though. We can watch both games. I mean, I have 2 monitors, so I can see like both, but like. Troy is balding. Sorry, Troy. Welcome to my life.
Mounting that stage where they can get towards this 3-3 half, which again, given its bank, I don't feel you're too beat.
This game is finally taking his hair.
Oh my god, Dark Zero is getting smoked by Elevate right now. Holy shit.
They are.
Oh my god.
I was just going to suggest potentially
3 monitors. I have 4.
Do they go back to that?
Yeah, 4 monitors.
Or do they in fact look back to open area, which is now available to them? They've already won it once.
You know what we could do? Because we're fucking fancy as shit, baby. Look at this. Bam. Now we can switch in between while this other match is like slowed down. We could actually do this. Oh yeah.
Now, Elevate have actually got top floor recontrolled as well, so they've got the... These guys are just...
They can't go anywhere, they're stuck!
They're just stuck in laundry! They can't even really get out!
Oh, hold on.
Allowed...
This other match is back up.
It's no coincidence that 2 rounds in a row now on that take, SSG have struggled to get...
We have the technology. Am I going to Montreal? I'm not, actually, yeah. I mean, it's pretty much, unless something crazy happens last second, I do not believe I'll be in Montreal. I had another trip that I actually just got back from yesterday. So, and then I have another trip that I'm taking in like another 2 weeks. So, probably,
Nothing else, just hoping to find someone downstairs.
Probably, very unlikely. I don't even know if I'll be at Invite. We'll see.
On Square. So for those that are upstairs, you can start looking to rotate over and cause a little bit of bother. I imagine for the most part,
should have went with the wife and kids. No. You know how annoying that would be, dude? It would be insanely annoying.
Peak just coming on into open there from top blue, looking to get this wall open as well.
Business related, yes. It was a work trip.
From SSG being the real important point here. Benja just having a little stroll through Tellers as well, trying to get his way into a tricky position. Forest is going to take down Surf for the entry, 5 versus 4.
Yep,
it
there it
looks
is.
Like they could be potentially a bit of a change of fortune for SSG.
That is the opening.
To attacking these mid-floor sites. They've got all the time in the world this time. They've got 2 kills as well. Nade goes out, forcing Ambi to move. Benja with another kill in the round. Rexon goes down, 4v2 now.
I was going to say, Benja at Nook feels very nostalgic to him. I'm thinking about
the new Subnautica. Dude, I'm actually excited for the new Subnautica. I'm actually really excited.
Himself once walking in towards Tellers and Archives. Now Grix has dug in a little bit deeper here. Has found Pulse down to a 2 versus 2, but Amber's got 2 hit points to his name. Not that it matters.
Holding it down.
Hitting the shots. Benja's got to find 4 kills.
Well, why are they all just like fucking relentlessly throwing bodies there at the fucking
the question, boys, how much more can I possibly
open
do
double?
Here? A lot of the hard yards. Has got the right idea. One more outside is right inside the square. Sees him first, but misses the shots.
The knock has been like super effective for them.
To get the plan down here. This is what I thought he might try and go for.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
As long as they've got the support coming in here from drones, then when the push comes on through, this could be great. Look towards your left.
Wow.
Quite to be done.
Oof.
Ambi gets the closing kill, and Sonics even things up at 3-all.
Fucking round, let's go! Because literally you come your fucking team, you're sorry as fuck! Energy, guys, let's fucking go! Get your little ass up, boy!
Seth is looking dapper.
I think it's fair to
He's all
say
suited
that
up.
Tensions are right in hand.
The thing is, Ashen loves it. After a game, he's always smiling and laughing and joking. He loves it. Sat there, he's like, yeah, fair play. Like, I deserve it.
But yeah, 3-3 is actually.
Dude, Super is looking very dapper. He's all suited up.
You know, on the attacks that they've won, they've looked very good. But you got to give it to Sonics there. You know, like I said, go to open area. You've already won it. Double down on it. They've done a great job there in that man deficit situation as well. Let's not forget. Grix has done a fantastic job in behind the counter, cooking up a storm in the cafeteria and just smashing them one at a time. It was brilliant stuff to bring it back to a winnable position. 2v3 becomes 2v1.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic from the Sonics.
Dapper, you're gonna start dropping the cool beans. Cool beans. We should bring back cool beans. Cool beans is like it's a good saying, dude.
A long time ago we had this conversation.
I think it's pretty hip.
And for the longest time, Canadian was typical Canadian, super loud, always giving stick to the other side, really hyping his team up. And for a long time, he lost that and started becoming a much calmer kind of IGL. And I remember asking him once at an event, I was like, where's that energy gone? Like, why are you calmer? And he said to me, well, the problem is when I do that is the team get really amped up and excited, but if I'm not like it, then they can come really low and come crashing down, and it really affects our gameplay. He's like, so my goal now is to try and always be in the middle, keep energy at a steady level throughout the game, so you won't see me going too nuts. Fair to say, I think he's starting to see that whole belief system go out the window, as even he's now saying, let's get the energy up, let's get amped up, because at the end of the day, that's what teams ride on. They ride on the banter, they ride on the ego that comes off the back of it, and you're seeing it starting to build on the Sonic side. They're rising in confidence in gameplay as well.
That's it. You know, like you said, it's the ego, it's the confidence that starts finding you those kills. Ambi, he picks up the last kill of the last round and the first kill of this one, taking down Benja. That's your mute gone as well. You know, potentially a Nitro that's gone along with him. One still in the hands of the Tubra, I think.
Still the elevator control, so.
Actually already used that Nitro, maybe in a little bit of an
the blitz.
Push coming through, but it wasn't successful. Zoto canister.
He got baited. He got baited. See, by the way, what did I say the other day about Tub? What did I say about Tub?
Wow. No way.
Yo, good shit. But be careful with the reset. Was that live? Because was that live on that Goya, right? Yeah, it was. Okay. That's on. Yeah, he's on the cam. Okay. No, I believe he shot it. No, I was just on cam, so I just want to make sure he didn't fucking leave, and then like we fucking flood the site or some shit. You're too fucking good for them, Ambi.
I know. I told you guys the tub strat is good, man.
Beautiful.
They're copying your strat, but you must see a genius. You tried going pro. Oh, okay.
Hey, after the SQ game, I'll play. If you aren't full by then.
We're just watching the game right now.
Alright. Oh, as soon as the game's done, I'll be back.
Okay.
By the way, just saw that Tabaro counter.
Yep. I told you, it's good, dude.
Oh, shit. Alright, I'll be back.
When you see like players getting to flow like that,
take the stream down.
1v1 after 1v1, not losing any HP along the way. It's so magical to see. I say that, and he's losing HP along the way, but who cares? He's killed 5 people there.
I have no idea how Dark Zero is losing a fucking Elevate.
It's a perfect bit of bait, but I think we can move past that. Definitely one of those that you look at and think, maybe there's a lesson there, Troy, that we'll take forward from here on out.
It's a tricky one because it's in the Tubarão, so it's not going to explode immediately. But it's like you can't ignore it either. You know, these things don't last forever, and you really can't ignore it. So.
Tim, can you hear that, by the way?
What am I listening for, Des?
It's just a really weird silence. It's like Ashen's gone quiet.
Imagine.
He has been shut up these last few rounds.
Funny how an ace will do that, isn't it?
The R6 cookies? Oh, I actually have that shit too.
So it's hard to be the noisy one when your team are really starting to fall behind here. Sonics are now in the lead.
Yeah.
It's start to feel pretty bad when your team
Bolo's been struggling. He's 2-6 right now.
Going on from Sonics, and at this point,
I don't know what he's going through for sure, but I know, you know, Bolo's having a kid soon. I will say that first kid, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. So on Varimax is not easy. Once you have like the second kid, you know, and like it's like, you know, they're gone through the first few months, it's not as bad. I don't know if that's what's happening, but you know, in my experience, that's what happened for me. Dude, the time around when I had my first 2 kids, like it was really rough.
I'll tell you now, I said it behind the scenes. I didn't say it on stream coming into this one. I said I won't be surprised to see overtime out of this game, and I'm calling it now. I won't be surprised to see it at all.
First kid is 10 weeks. Yeah, does it when you have a kid? Doesn't it affect everything for like a little? Like you just feel like off because you're so tired all the time. You know, even when like you know, wife's pregnant and stuff like that. For me, it was like, you know, they need a lot of extra help and all that kind of stuff. So.
And they paid the price here by carrying on and trying to pursue these other players on the team.
But after a while, you kind of get like a system in place, and it's not as bad.
Sonic's plenty of time to play behind, and they've largely got the map control as the most important.
Yeah, Bolo's going to be dead.
These are out, but they've got 2 Candelas to play behind. Those could be really crucial bits of utility to make use of in the execute. There is still, though, a Warden on the other side.
Who's on M5? Papa Bo.
Really spotting out too much, to be honest, that they wouldn't have already known. It does at least tell them where.
Well, yeah, Dark Zero's bringing it back. They just picked up 2 rounds.
They've expected everything that they've pretty much just seen there. I think just trying to reposition. It's at least telling them there's nobody behind counter.
Did they see him there? I think they know he's on the wall still.
A little bit of a misdrawn there, potentially. If they go racing in through here, there's going to be the warning of the barbed wire.
Only 15 seconds.
Well, with 10 seconds left to go, it's time to just hop on in. But surely, SSG see this and know that he's got himself inside a copy. Surf does manage to find Forest 3 versus 2.
No way. Wow.
How did they win that?
13 seconds to get it done.
That is crazy.
Hey, real quiet, pussy boy. Let's go. Get that motherfucking show.
Oh my god. What a round, bro. Sonics literally just pulled that shit out of the ass, bro.
Let's see when they go back on him.
Granted, I don't know why 2 guys are fucking
really
off and like that. I don't know. Actually, no, they had the Nuka and tellers. You know, they had everything cut off.
I think so.
There's not really much they could do. Wow.
He's just loving life, that's for sure.
Let's have some jeopardy. Let's really pound some jeopardy on it with a bit of overtime.
Any team that's Canadian's on will go into overtime and give you a heart attack before they win.
Honestly, the Sonics have looked really good the last couple of rounds. They were obviously in danger of leaving it too late there.
Fair.
You know, SSG had burnt a bit of time, but let's not forget, SSG were 5 versus 3 at a point in that round. You know, it's a little bit of a sell from them. They've given away a couple of kills, 3 versus 3. The Sonics then come in, 13 seconds left to go. You've got a man hidden around the corner. He should be able to see that copy jumping. There should be feet holes there, and he should be seeing that copy jumping. Sonic should be losing players at that point, but it just didn't happen for SSG. And I don't
Surf.
know whether,
Ever thought about doing morning streams? Yeah, that would require me waking up. I actually slept like 10 hours today. I was so sleep deprived, it was literally insane.
SSG, I'm sure they're going to be asking questions, and at 5-3 down, I think the Sonics look good for more here. We might want to.
I was like insanely sleep deprived. Oh yeah, I think, hold on, I gotta do something for this too. It's
this is like a certain half, maybe you go, okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah, there we go.
Defensive, a really good attacking half. The key thing for me
I know we can't like cover up the R6 overlay thing.
Attacks in a row. They won 3 of the last 4 defenses too. They're looking really good here. And yeah, sure, it's come down to a couple of close rounds along the way, but I'd say overwhelmingly, Sonics are the ones firmly in control. And for SSG, that attack timeout for me should have come in that previous round to try and get things back on track.
God, Blitz is such a fucking annoying operator.
Conclusion, even with attack timeout, that you can balance things back over to your side.
We know that Canadian's been playing a lot of shields. He's going to be continuing that trend here on the Blitz, taking a little bit of chip damage there from the Goyo. Just feeding this information in, but there's not.
I will say the Intero Jesse combo has been really good. I'm actually really happy that Intero's been paired up with Jesse.
A bit more support on that Blitz. They could do with getting square hatch open. Maybe
yeah, we could talk nice about him. He's not here.
There's work to be done yet, really, for the Sonics.
What? What are we doing here, boys? I mean, I don't know if sitting on top of the car is really the place to be here. Like, if he sees into the little gap, it's not a massive gap, but it's enough that he can take a shot or two.
Ooh, okay.
Towards blue here, normally so hard to break, but look at this. They're in and they're finding what they need. Even Rexon's collected one there on the glass. Imagine he lay down and found his man.
Take away the shield explosive damage on something, dude. Something.
Absolutely great.
Shields are way too annoying in their current state.
Struggling to clear those blue stairs, and he's just gone in with a wonderful pre-fire to get the job done. 5 versus 3 now in favor of the Sonics. We've got Ashen as well.
Oh boy. I still can't believe that Ambi got that kill on the stairs. That was crazy.
To Benja in the 1 versus 5, and things are slipping away from SSG quickly here.
Yeah,
they
good
look
round.
so competitive in the first half, but it's just dropped away. A beautiful find onto Ambi, but it's likely to be meaningless as the final kill comes in, and it's
man, this game is at the biggest swing in momentum.
Unstoppable. 6 in 7.
Yo, listen, calm down. They call timeout. Can you guys hear me?
They call timeout.
Hey, listen.
Troy's shaking a little bit. Nerves.
They call timeout. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. Game's not over, right? Everybody relax. One more round. Take our time, right? He's gonna call for a change of pace. You know how he is. They're gonna bunker. Right. Just take our time. Ambi, you're fucking dancing on it. We're playing great. Just keep playing together. This is perfect. Keep one round at a time.
Nah, Super is actually such an elite coach.
You know,
I agree.
He is actually a great coach, yeah.
We talk about the different types of tactical timeouts that you get, with, you know, and I think SSG is going to be much more about having some direct input on the game, and this is what I'm seeing, this is what's not happening, this is what you need to change. But for the Sonics, it's much more a vibe of, these boys know what they're doing. They're running away with it. All I need to do is keep them hyped, just keep them confident, send them back in to finish the job, and it's a really nice contrast.
Keep the energy level high, but not so high that you're doing stupid stuff and almost turning it into
You don't want to overheat.
That's exactly it. You don't want
Damn, Dark Zero's bringing it back, dude. I don't want to jinx them, but like they're bringing it back.
And SSG just looked lost, like not competitive for the vast majority of this game.
Like I said, SSG looked good in the first half on the attack. The attacking rounds that they won them well. They were slow on the ones that they lost, yes, but you looked at it and thought, well, a 3-3, you know, you maybe come out on defense, you win top floor, you win basement, the usuals, you know, you go from there. But it just hasn't happened for them, in all honesty. It's because the Sonics have taken it away from them. Ambe, as they said, he's just been running over them. You know, there's just been no safe space for
Ambe
SSG.
is so good,
Every time
dude.
they move, there seems to be somebody from the Sonics watching an angle, ready to challenge them. You know, Rexon had a great round last round as well. And, you know, for me, I look across the numbers, you know, for the Sonics, and look how even they all are, apart from Canadian, who's obviously playing different roles.
I'm surprised just he can even watch this match. The fact that it's like an NA team, 2 NA teams playing each other, he doesn't know who to root for to lose. Whopper, Rectum, thank you very much for the 4x3s and welcome back, Hero. What's up, Whopper?
That's a lot of teams before them, mate. In fact, I spoke to every team bar like 2 that didn't.
Just see, he's like right now, he's like, who do I root for to lose? Just see, he doesn't even root for teams to win. He roots for teams to lose.
Sonic's one of those teams that I think many.
An ant bit you on the side of your thigh? What the fuck? Bro, what is, you have like fire ants just like walking around?
Really need them to if they're going to walk away as the win. Like Beast Coast came seemingly out of nowhere for their win back in Manchester, but will Sonic start building up now? The competition's really getting underway. Maybe this game is giving them the beans they need to get moving. Ambi being sought out there by a C4 from Benja.
That's some Australian energy. You got to be Australian.
Got themselves a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, a little bit of a response after the tactical timeout, and they need it. There's no more mistakes possible for them. Mozzie Pest is going to catch out that drone. It could well, I think it has been done specifically.
Hardcore, dude.
I was going to say to clear the path for the Rotero drone, but they're going to have to clear another path because there was a second Mozzie Pest there that captured the Rotero drone. This one goes
Oh my god. That's the most basic watch King tier hater shit you wouldn't understand. That's the best scenario. All teams lose and this mid-off ends promptly. Okay.
Out in the field, but in cases like that where you can double stack a window, knowing the kind of gameplay that's going to come through, and they want to focus on getting rid of those castle barricades, that's a dream. Now their one and only Rotero will go through. It will connect on towards that single wall that opens up in towards square. And that is really all the work that Sonic's going to get out of this one. So, very hampered and limited so far by SSG's defense. It's looking pretty good for the side to hold on.
I like Ashen's challenge onto Surf from lobby there as well. Again, it's just giving Sonics lots to think about. They can't necessarily focus on the windows for the next 20 seconds until they know that lobby's clear.
I think he's waiting until the Osa shield goes up.
45 seconds left to go. 4 versus 5. It's still doable for Sonics.
Troy's going to get C4'd off this window. I just feel it. No, he missed it. Oh, never mind, he got Surf. How'd he get Surf off that? Must have repelled over there last second.
30 seconds left to go. The Sonics need to get moving.
In a spot now where at least SSG have still got the numbers advantage. I was going to say the march is beginning from Sonics, but...
Dude, Elevate is crumbling right now.
Another one gonna, oh no, maybe not quite fall down. Benja finds his second in the round, and Grixer's got it all to do with 13 seconds on the clock.
Grixer last alive.
This one's going to carry on for that a little bit longer. Unlikely we see a close out there, and sure enough, SSG get one more back, 6-4 to the Sonics.
Pray for the demise of your haters. A team losing you hate losing makes you so much happier than a team you like winning. Bro, that's some hater-ass shit.
You know, a better round from them. I love the little bit of a risk from Fultz there. Just the dash across the windows and then kind of a nitro over his shoulder almost as he goes past the windows and gets himself a beautiful kill. And SSG, like I said, just causing lots of little problems, lots of little delays for Sonics there. Ashen challenging from ATMs onto the rappel and just giving them lots to think about, but I don't think Sonics will be too worried about that. They know they've still got 2 rounds to get this done. I think the real, not worry, but the real concern maybe kind of sets in if they don't win this round. If it goes
Are they shaking their hands? Oh, hand warmers. Yeah.
That opportunity to take it to overtime. I think that's when the Sonics need that moment to, you know, have that reset and say, how do we get this over the line? But for now, I think you just continue what you've been doing, stick with the plan.
Do pro teams have playbooks? Yes.
Confident they can get this done now.
Ashen's classes have the magnification of an ACOG? Maybe, dude. I don't know.
You give SSG a couple of rounds here, mate, to take us to overtime, and you know Ashen's going to explode at the end of round 12.
I just want the chaos. I just want the.
I'm glad you're with me on this.
Yeah,
because normally you're the good boy.
Oh, this might be it for DZ.
I can see the positivity for us.
I think it's over. It's all ogre now.
There's some real spice in the server for this one, and it's been absolutely pure entertainment. We've had good siege on both sides as well. Good rounds from SSG, good rounds from Sonic. You know, they're both delivering.
DZ just lost.
So it's a lot of fun. The draw,
Pain.
just seeing the feet.
This is a painful day for NA. I think the only match that an NA team is gonna win is this match where it's two NA teams facing each other. That's just fucking rough, bro. I mean, yeah, DZ lost to Falcons earlier. Sonic's lost to VP. SSG lost to FaZe. Then Sonics is playing Space Station right now, and DZ just lost to Elevate. So this will be the only game an NA team is gonna win is versus another NA team. I mean, it's not over yet. Yeah, they're not out if they lose today. There's still the games tomorrow as well.
Into a 4 versus 4. Got to be careful here. On the deck one goes, and the plant's going down here as well. Canadians in, and this is what I said to him. I want to see pace, and we've been given pace.
This has been great from Rex, and he's just gone in there with such a command of sight, taking kills down.
Oh dear.
But here comes the SSG fight back.
I mean, they lost. I'm looking at the final score. I saw part of that game.
That's going to see the diffuser down on the ground so effectively now in a 2 versus 2, and with so much time on the clock, I think we'll see a little bit of a stalemate start to develop here, where neither's going to want to commit too heavily until they know what's going on.
I feel like positionally. Oh, he got that C4. Oh, sprinted away.
He keeps himself at full HP here. Now getting pushed. Will he find a second as well? Looks down below. Wrong place to look though. It's a 1 versus 1 as Canadian is still on the deck. The long range shot comes on through. This could be it. Sonics have just got to win this one fight.
Troy's gonna bleed out like in 1 second. Yeah, 1v1.
With 45 seconds to play, does it end here?
Canadian could have been feeding a bit of intel. Any sounds that he had, they would have been dulled, but he might have been able to give something. But that time has now
Rixer versus Faults.
So it is 1v1.
He's walling.
The one to find this shot. 30 seconds. They're almost certainly going to come together. I can't see them being able to dance around each other for the whole remainder of this round. But who will come out on top? Fultz, he's playing it smart. He's got the shotgun out. I think he's just waiting for that close range engagement.
Oh!
No! He sprays around with the SMG! I thought he'd be looking for the shotgun, but no!
One more, fellas! Don't let it happen!
He's so in their heads. Oh, you hate to love him, or love to hate him. Either way, it works out pretty well. Oh, the fact that it comes down to the 1v1, and the thing is, Grix was baiting so well with the shot out the window, the turn to the left, the double back to the window.
You guys don't like Ashen? I'm actually glad that Ashen is there because we're gonna go back to like cutting off the DZ feed. We don't really need it.
As you'd expect for a player that's been playing for so long.
That's it. I mean, he's so much experience in situations like that. Like I said, I thought for the live in me that he was going to have had the shot, given that he'd narrowed the angle so much.
But
playing tight against the wall.
Listen, you need a villain in your scene. You need a villain in your scene. He plays a good villain. I'll give him that.
Confidence to stick with the SMG, come around the corner on the spray.
Absolutely. You are really obsessed with his glasses, huh?
No way they don't. Oh.
One more round for Sonics to close this out. Like I said, and I think we saw it on their faces a little bit there. This is the point where the concern sets in. We've had 2 opportunities already, and SSG have drawn this back in. And I love this game. It's been like a bit of a rubber band, really. It's been, you know, we had that good start from SSG, and the Sonics were struggling, and then they came back into it and managed that 3-3 split, and then they came out on their attack like an absolute rocket out of the traps, and then they just haven't been able to get it done in the second half. And SSG have had the resurgence. So much back and forth, so much entertainment, and we've got at least 1 more round, but maybe more. Who knows? We'll see as we go. 2 minutes 30 left in this one. 30 seconds gone. We've still got the droning going on. And SSG just got 1 more round.
Magnifying glasses.
It did need a 1v3 to see that round closed out.
It did.
It's the kind of round you look at and say, on paper, Sonic should have walked away the winner, in which case the game is done at 7-4. I'd say the lean is still with Sonics here, who you'd expect to be able to recover.
I can't believe these games, dude, right now.
Getting emboldened and you start screaming and shouting and it gets in the heads of the team and your team's more emboldened as well. It is a bit of mental warfare on the go, and I think Ashen right now is leading that charge for his team, still cooking himself up a double digit in kills, but who's going to be the hero for them in round 12? Because they definitely need one, given how well players on Sonics have been playing.
This is it. You look at both sides and you think there's somebody who's going to step up, and it's Ashen. Beautiful headshot onto the repelling Grixer, takes him down, and then
does he know he's here? Oh! If he knows he's behind you? Oh my god.
He gets away with that?
How?
Oh my
He's
god.
gonna lose it after this round. You just know it's coming. He's picked up 3 players there by himself.
How does he win that?
And now Ambi and Canadian have got to pull something together. Canadian's not been a gunner this game. He's very much filled his role as RGL, I'm sure, but on the gun in front, not really been his forte. Ambi, meanwhile, as we've heard, has been twerking on him. He's been doing all kinds of magic, but can he do it against 4? I'm not so sure.
Bryce is going to take a big chunk of damage there. That's at least something for Sonics to work on. It's going to make him a little bit more tentative about getting involved in them gunfights, but you just know who's going to be involved in the gunfights here. Canadian does take that final 17 HP that Forrest had, but it's all about Ashen. You know it, Des. I know it. Everybody at home knows it.
Just give him the ace.
It's going to come down to Ashen.
Just give him the ace. I just want to hear what happens when Ashen gets an ace. I'm convinced the world ends. We've completed it, guys. GG, game over.
Well done, Ace One.
He's going to be looking for
I just can't believe he got away with that from like a perspective of like, yeah, this is a top tier professional level game.
But right now, Ashen is not there. He's not getting aggressive. He's letting his teammates do the work. J9O gets the first onto Ambi. Canadian has to push. Shut down by J9O. We're going to overtime.
We still have a game.
Let's get our attack run then. We got this.
This is where we're at. This is where we got.
Headshotting overtime again. 3-6 lead. Blue again.
I don't know if Andy still wants to play, but they had no one holding stock, no one mine, and I was looking at the wall pretty like quick. Set a Campbell and archive and go for
Absolutely beautiful stuff. Going to overtime just like they did back in the NAL. I spoke about that matchup when we came into this.
How does Ambi have like most of his mouse pad off of his desk? He must play like a higher sense, I guess.
So they see that's working, they're going to continue to try to do it. If we see all these guys off site, guys, don't be afraid to take advantage of that, right? Just make sure we're aware of the C4s under. If we don't, it's fine. Just make sure we're working together because we're getting caught off a little bit around the map, right? They're getting aggressive off info or flanks, and that's how they're getting picks. They're not doing anything special, right?
I think we looked at that more.
Gotta say, Super's looking pretty fly. I'm so used to seeing him on his stream with a massive beard and his cap on, and his jersey. Suited and booted. Needs to be for his boys, and I think his calls there were about watching out from the C4s from below, which is very reasonable. Not really reflecting on what's gone wrong over those last 3 or 4 rounds to get them to this point. Yes. Yeah.
Overtime again. 3-6 lead. Blue again.
Well, listen, at least we have one NA team that's going to win.
Ashen, the Siege God, has I can't believe I've said that line. Ashen, the Siege God, has granted it to us.
Except it's the same as we saw back in the NL. It went
Aster Curse, Sonics win.
8-6.
Straw Hat, thank you for 74 about 3 sub. Welcome back. Thank you for Straw Hat.
When they went to those extra rounds. That was Chalet. This is Bank. We've got a little technical pause just to add
5 ins in 36 minutes.
Just as if we
Listen.
it.
I was really curious. I was like, okay, tech pause, you've got to stay quiet is the idea. Would these guys be able to follow that? I'm going to say yes. They're being good so far. However. Just chilling. Cool, fine. No one's screaming. We're all good. It's just to, like you say, to build that tension that little bit more as well.
Yeah, as if we
Who is that?
any more tension.
Victor on the back of the monitor. Why is it at the back of the monitor?
I don't know what the lore is to that one.
I don't know the lore. It runs deep at events, and that one I don't know. I'm not aware of that chapter. I'm afraid of the book.
But yes, it is Victor.
Fantastic.
Are the Lions getting smoked?
He's got his moment in the spotlight. I mean, we get the full reset now because.
How are they losing to the fucking Texans?
Reset of what we've seen before or what comes before.
Oh, they're only in the 3rd quarter.
both teams, if you're going to bring out anything too crazy,
it's not over.
Or try something a little bit different, it's a time to do it. And where both teams have fell flat, I feel, is when rounds get taken really slow. We've seen these nut backstabs. We've seen attempts to blitz. We've seen Yings come flying on through. It's about the aggression and about the pace, the change in play that keeps the other side guessing that has so far rewarded both teams. But it's also a high risk, high reward. Do you want to take those risks in overtime? Do you have to? I'd say yeah, because we've seen what happens when they slow things down too much. So I think we could be in for a really spicy 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, like you say, you know, the rounds that we've really seen lost have been
the Lions game pulled up.
It's been lost on time. It's been, you know, too slow. It's been not having the solutions. That has definitely been the case. So I'm going to be hoping, of course, that is not something we see in overtime. I want to see both of these teams come out and just absolutely smash this. I want to see them, you know, come out with top-tier siege, top-tier performances, and let's, you know, just have the best team win at this point. No mistakes.
Should have looked at some stats, actually, and how the game's panned out so far.
Great play. Let's have a look.
Should we have a dig? I mean, on entry, it's been pretty balanced between the two teams. So I'd say overwhelmingly the team
13
that gets the go on to win. There's only 3 rounds where that hasn't been the case. Yeah. Multi-kills have definitely stacked in the favour of Sonics so far. Round 6, Grixer with the 3K, Ami with the ace in round 7, then Surf with the 3K in round 8. Outside of that, there have been no multi-kills coming out the other side, except for Ashen in that last round with the 3K.
Goff has had 5 interceptions in third. That's actually crazy. It's not really like him. He's been having such a good season.
Half of the game. And Fultz, of course, has had 2 clutches so far, which has brought us to this point where you'd probably be convinced he wouldn't get there if not for him winning out those 2 big moments. Who's top of the pops? Ambi at 13 and 8, and Ashen at 14 and 10. Entry quite, I'd like to say, pretty even between the two teams as well. So nothing really massive to shout out about. It's more about the fact that, like you said earlier,
I know Ambi is now like,
with the exception of Canadian
he's like what, an adult now. He's like 18, obviously, if he's playing. I still always think of Ambi as that like 13-year-old that just played ranked all day.
He isn't exactly the high frag out killer. That's why you have players like Ambi alongside you. Rex has been having one hell of a game. Grix can be the same. Surf's even had his moments, as mentioned, with that 3K that he secured earlier on.
Is there going to be a hero in overtime? That is the question. Is it going to be one of those where it's a team effort, where it's everybody pulling together, gets it over the line, or is it going to be Ashen in round 12 who just gets a 3K and just explodes into the round and gives their team the huge advantage that came with it? I think
his interceptions have been crazy. One was a tip pass, one should have been a fumble, one was on a Hail Mary attempt, so who cares? One was legit his fault, and the other was never looked back for the ball. Pain.
Wish too much jeopardy on any of the players. It's, I'm sure, stressful.
Well, it's not over. It's only like third quarter, so
it's just going to be, I'm sure, wall-to-wall entertainment for the next 3 rounds. So we'll see how we go. Grab the popcorn and enjoy exactly that.
So here for that. Right, Sonics are on the attacking side. SSG are on the defense. We're going to start things off in staff and open. Now, you spoke earlier on about the success that we were seeing more for the Sonics than it was for SSG on those middle floor sites. It's where there was a good few battles back and forth. We had the dance around verticals. It's where the attackers often got a little bit held up, which is where there'll be a little bit of concern, I expect.
Full rehost, overtime starting up.
Bass is really the play here. Look to be disruptive. Not have one man, of course, going off entirely by himself. That isn't what I'm trying to say here, but much more about moving at pace.
Girthy is coddling you. Goff has shown us who he is for nearly decades.
Please, for the love of God, do not let Ashen, on the echo of all operators, manage to get a backstab around ATMs again.
It's not over till it's over, I guess, you know.
We move into the action phase, open area.
Obi Samurai, I think it's 26 months enjoying the major. I am.
SSG, we've got Canadian on the blitz again. I've got to say,
this is the only game I've been enjoying because at least any team could win.
This game, we've said it throughout the day, to be honest. You know, tournament-wide, really, the teams seem to be doing better at dealing with them. But look at this, straight on into sight. The rush is coming, and they try to react to it, but too slowly. Rexon manages to get a kill onto Forrest. However, SSG starts standing up. This is a
he's dead.
It's a brawl. It's going out of the way, but the Nitro finds the planter, takes down the shield. 2v2.
That's not bad. I mean, we've been here before. It was Fultz in this situation previously, if you recall. Managed to win out the 1 versus 3, but here there's 2 to hold on. I can't believe there's still a phone call left. In fact, that's the first phone call coming online, Tim. The second one's still charging up here. You have to wait another 35 seconds.
Who do you think? Do you think the Lions could come back right now? Straw, I trust your opinions.
It's not about team play now. It's about how these 2 players on either side can face up against their opponents on the other. Straight up gunfights. And ideally trying to isolate out 2 versus 1 in some way, shape, or form.
Having the Echo left on side here isn't the end of the world if those drones can be...
They can if they get 7 this drive.
But the question is, will he get an opportunity? He doesn't want to be leaving Benja all alone.
Ooh, they have had above hatch.
Benja could potentially drop the hatch here. We can see Sonics
they know
have
he's
just got
there.
themselves inside a copy. They've made the decision.
I mean, they
that
could
it's
plant
time
like
to
corner
get
desk.
themselves out, potentially try and get a plant down. I spoke about those Echo drones. It will come in. It will prevent the plant for the time being. Can it continue to do so? The other is up on the top floor. As you say, it's going to be tough. Just tries to open it up. It does once again for Sonics.
Do they know he dropped? I don't think they know he dropped. Oh, he's getting C4 through the wall. Nope.
Yes, in fact, no, it's Ashen who collects it off the back of it. Rexon might try his very best here, but I don't think he's going to win it.
Good retake! Good retake! Let's go! Give me some. Well played. Well played, as Doki says. Well played.
He's got like camo pants on. Really looks the part, going nuts after a round. Oh.
Ashen is insufferable. I like that
That sounds like Benja.
Ashen is the way that he is. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Siege needs a villain.
The first round of overtime, there's a real opportunity here whereby we get the exact same scoreline that it was in the NAL. SSG 186, you know, back on the 13th of September. There's the potential that they're going to be doing the same again here. They're going on to the attack. You know, this is sad that they
You need, listen, it makes things interesting when there's like a villain in the scene. Does it not? You guys can't even tell me it doesn't make things more interesting.
They burnt a lot of time from SSG up on the top floor. The question is, do SSG have a plan? Do they have an answer to that?
Someone said it in chat. I didn't want to say it at the time because it felt mean. I was going to be like, I didn't realize he stood up there. He's the same height when he stood up, bless his heart and soul. For me, though, I got what I asked for, which was a fast attack, right? Like, change up the pace there, leave them kind of confused, and it almost worked. If not for the C4 being able to walk so cleanly through sites itself and get it on towards Canadian and get the down. If it'd been enough to leave him on 1 or 2 HP, then different conversation we're having right now. Diffuser gets stuck, and attackers can just sit back and play the longer angles. That would have been real hard for SSG to retake it. Very timely C4, though, means they get the round over the line. One more, and they're back over it. It's the back-and-forth nature of so many games today has been bonkers when I think about it, Tim. And this is another classic example. SSG start strong, and they lose like 6 to 7 rounds to Sonics, and then they fight their way back in. Now we're here at overtime where they're about to win the game. It's the beautiful part of Siege that we love. You don't always want these one-sided affairs. It's often quite boring to watch when it's like this, when you don't know what's coming next. That's peak Siege, ladies and gents.
That's it. You just want that back and forth. You just want that sort of parry and riposte that we've been having from these two.
I'm surprised they're running IQ almost. I guess they're running an Echo, or they have been at least.
But SSG, as I said,
but like Valk is banned.
Is how well can you deal with this top floor hold?
But I guess they're.
If at all, can you clear it?
I mean,
before you start looking down towards side?
I would have rather seen them run like a Brava or something, just to like take the Banshees, or I don't know, a Flores to blow stuff up.
Forrest manages to get the kill onto Serve. I commented that the shields hadn't been the most impactful that we've seen them in this game, but they certainly have.
This might be it.
Ashen, they find one each. It's 5 versus 2, and SSG look like they're on the downhill, Des.
Oh, man.
This is probably GG. I mean, Ambi and Rexon have been having, especially Ambi's been having a really good game, so we'll see.
The team in Super no doubt fear as well. Stuck behind them as the coaches watch them claw back so many rounds, 6 out of 7, like I said, to get up to a 6-3 advantage. And now they've choked 4 rounds in a row, and SSG have been emboldened, not just by the success they were having, but of course by the noise coming out of so many of their players. Really got to work some magic here. Ambi and Rex, and if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be these 2 players. But I don't think SSG
they do have
really
decent positions.
Yeah, sure, we'll give you guys a little,
I don't know. No, they know where he is. This is over.
In they come, they see 1, they see 2, they know exactly where the last 2 players are, and this is all they really need the blitz to do. 1 goes down.
Nah, it's over. It's over. I mean, the Lions game is over. Are they just gonna...
Great play from the Blitz at the end of the round.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's only another quarter left. We'll see.
The shield use overall from both teams throughout the game, but just fantastically well in that last round, particularly for those last 2 kills. Would have been easy to try and get aggressive, try and push that elevator kill, try and get yourself on the board again, but didn't. Just acted like that magnet for attention, just drew all the focus onto him and allowed his teammate to mop up the final 2. Great stuff from SSG. Great performance from both teams. The Sonics are going to be smarting after a 0-2 day, given the way they've played. They haven't played terribly. It was close against VP. It was close against SSG. They've come away with nothing, and that's going to hurt.
Troy is losing his hair, dude.
Absolutely.
He's joining me. He's joining me. Playing Blitz and Blue, yeah.
I will say is like, Ashen gives it large. We don't give it large to Ashen.
I'm not gonna lie, as much as you guys are saying that you don't like Ashen because of him screaming and shit, he like carried the fuck out of SSG that game.
Toxic celebration. It's always the right sort of vibe like you're seeing here as well. So please don't take it away that we all look down on him for that as well. I do think it's definitely worth saying that he brings a lot of entertainment to the game, as do both teams here. And ultimately, as said, it's SSG that came out on top. Very thrilling game to end out day 1, and plenty more to come.
Certainly, there's plenty of highlights from that one as we have a look through them. There was so many big moments, so many great plays. You know, there was some sort of sneaking into odd positions. There was some sort of blatant walking into sight and picking up an ace. That game pretty much had it all.
I'm going to post in the friends chat
to sort of, bookend the day and finish things off. There's, hopefully it's a promise of more to come tomorrow as well, because that was just absolutely fantastic stuff. We've been absolutely spoiled with the games that we've covered today. We've had some real belters.
We have, and I hope we get more of it as time goes by as well. Like, that game did have everything, right? It had the crazy changes in pace, the swing between one team being ahead, then the other, then back to the other to ultimately win. The ace that we had come out, the clutches on the way through, the crazy 1v1s, a false 1v3. And, of course, I had a lot of noise from both teams as well, just making it a real spectacle. And, again, what a way to round out the day. You always worry when you get towards these back-end games, everyone will be quite tired and it'll be a little bit of a snooze fest of the game. But for me, that was... we've had some really good games today, but that's definitely up there as one of my favourites.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyable, absolutely. It's difficult to pick
Watch party, yeah.
Not only that we've covered, but we've been able to watch a lot of them as well when we haven't been working. So it really is difficult to pick a best game or a biggest moment of the day, because they've genuinely, I know it's easy for me to say, but there genuinely has been so many of them today. It's been a ridiculously good siege. We just see our final stats coming through there. Ashen going big, 17 kills. He finishes on 79% cost, just having a hand in almost everything for his team.
He's got a big mouth and he's got big numbers to back it up, and that is what counts most.
That's what you gotta do.
You do. And he's also standing by for an interview with Anne right now. Let's throw over to them.
Yes, you're right. I'm standing here with our favorite vocal player. We have Ashen joining us. Congrats on the victory. Does this feel like a revenge against Sonics after what happened in the playoffs?
Not really. It was just really another major game, group stage at a time. But it was really nice to come back 3-6 again. They have an issue with letting it slip, and it showed again twice. So.
Yeah, that's something I want to ask, right? That was a major comeback from you. You faced a match point 2 rounds in a row. How do you manage to get a comeback?
Image pops.
I think my team were really good at dealing with the pressure.
Can't get it.
Does show. That's twice now. We came back from 2-6 against those guys, and also shows on them how they just shrivel up. So.
Right, sounds good. When I spoke to you earlier today, you said I wasn't really happy with my performance in the first game. I'm sure you must be happier now.
Yeah, I pinned them hard. They're crying. They're crying.
That's what you said in the first interview. Is there anything else you want to say to Sonics after this game?
Keep crying.
I'm sure that's what they will do after this game. A wonderful interview once again with Ashen. That concludes our first day of Phase 2 of the Montreal Major. We already completed a big part of the left side of the bracket, but this is what it's looking like right now. And unfortunately, we don't know yet what the games will be for tomorrow, but we promise you we'll find it out as quickly as we can, and then we'll communicate it to you on our social media. We will start with the 1-in-1 games. Those are best of ones.
He definitely kills ants with the sunglasses. You went with the power washer? Oh, would you end up? Oh, for your free item that you got?
That is our first game for
Power washer's always good.
includes everything
You
for
can't
today
really beat
as
a good
well.
like
I want to have a big
a
thank you
nice
to the
power
cast, of course,
washer.
everyone that was involved today.
Can't really beat it.
Thank you to production as well, and thank you to you for
All right, I'm
watching
back.
for all of our 12 hours today. It was
SSG
a
won?
long day. We appreciate you
Yep.
sticking around here
Damn.
with us.
Sonic's
So for now, take
through
care, and we'll see you tomorrow.
hard.
True.
There it is.
Pain.
Why? Or what?
All right.
Look at the friends.
Let's play. Let's play ranked.
Huh.
Done. So. All right. If you're on YouTube, I'm gonna cut the VOD for a second so I could separate
No,
these out
the-
really quick. So if you're on YouTube, the stream will go down for a second.